Montana. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When that hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Hey, it's episode 13. Sapp Not Fishing, Dash Radio, Route99, number 99 on the mic, giving you what you like. Fat boy on the mic. That's right. Here we go. Top news of the week. Last week, I have to let y'all know on a little personal note. Warren Sapp II is homecoming king. That's right. Homecoming king at Foundation Academy down in Windermere, Florida. That's right. I was sitting at the game Friday night. We got whooped 35-7. That's a side note. But the real news is we have a homecoming king, y'all. I was on homecoming court back in 1991 at Apopka High School in Orange County. Couldn't get her done. The vote didn't go my way. But the vote went our way last Friday night. I have to give y'all the news. No doubt about it. All right. On the sports news. Sapp Not Fishing. Baseball. Ooh, the Astros put a beating on the Cleveland Indians. Sweep. Pull out the broom. The Dodgers finished off the Atlanta Braves in 4 games. The Milwaukee Brewers sweep the Colorado Rockies, and the New York Yankees are hanging on for their dear lives. We're going to find out if they win the game. The Red Sox got them down right now. Hey, on to some not sports that I do not, I don't do boxing. Y'all can have boxing every day of the week and twice on Sunday, but I am a UFC man. And boy, if you was anywhere around after the University of Miami ran down the Seminoles Saturday night after we was down 27-7 at halftime, we ran them down, sucked them up with a big McDonald's straw. McDonald's got that big, thick shake over there. You need a big straw there. So we had to suck the Seminoles down. And once we sucked them down, I recuperated myself and sat in the parking lot for a little while because it was one of those games that went down to the last second, and whenever you leave the stadium that's packed like that, it's going to take you a while to get home, and it took the big fella a while to get home. But when I did get home, I fired up the Conor McGregor fight, and the undercard was on forever. I mean, if you was watching this like I was, you almost went to sleep before Conor McGregor and Habib got to fighting, but the undercard was more than worthy. I watched the karate hottie put them foots on that woman. I mean, she just kept kicking upside the face, y'all. I mean, if you didn't see the fight, I'm telling you it was something special. And the Black Beast gave the best post-interview ever in the history of life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get out your Google, your YouTube, and just put in the Black Beast, UCF. Holy shit. You've never seen an interview like this in your life. And now on to the main event. Conor McGregor talked a good game, but we've seen this before with Floyd Mayweather. I guess it's just one of them things when he got somebody that he don't match up well with, he just talk a bunch of wild shit. And he was talking a bunch of wild shit to this Russian, and boy, this Russian came to fight. I'm talking about, I've watched a lot of UCF, and I go all the way back to when they had him on Blu-ray disc, and we was watching Horace Gracie and the Gracie family fight, and they used to call it a blood sport back then. And it was really backdoor, and you couldn't. Wasn't no pay-per-view then. No. This was way too violent to put on TV. I mean, after 2 fights, the ring be so bloody, it just be just one of them fights. But I was expecting this kind of fight, and I've watched a lot of UCF fights over my days, and this Russian got a technique that I had never seen when you wrap up your opponent's legs as he climb up on top of you as he's trying to wrestle you. I mean, he climbed it. I mean, just climbing him like a boa constrictor and your legs are crossed as he's putting them in between his legs. And I'm watching this fight, and I'm like, man, this man got a real wild technique right here. But it's very effective. So I'm watching, Conor even kneed him one time. You can't knee a down opponent in the UCF. I mean, tying his foot up in the cage, trying to keep him from, turning him and rolling him. He was fouling. Herb Dean normally do a wonderful job in the octagon as the referee, but I guess he just realized, Habib was just that much stronger and better than Conor. But boy, he was all over him like a boa constrictor, just climbing up him, and then he got him to a point where he rolled him on his back and then put that choke on, that rear naked choke on him. And boy, I'm talking about squeezing that thing real good. And then all hell broke loose after the man tapped out. He taps out. Habib gets up, talking trash over the top of him, spits on him. They break him up. Oh, whoa. He going around the ring like, yeah. And then all of a sudden he has a verbal whatever with somebody, and over the octagon he goes into the crowd. He after somebody. I'm thinking it's got to be one of Conor McGregor's people, but I come to find out it's just a regular person that's just out there as a fan talking shit. And I guess it's just certain folks you ain't going to talk shit to at this point in the UCF. Because I'm watching these boys here go at it, and I'm like, holy smoke. It's all hell done broke loose outside the octagon with the fighter that just choked the man out inside the octagon. But mind you, that wasn't everything that was going on. So now inside the octagon, after Khabib has choked out Conor McGregor and jumped over the ring and went to go fight a fan, Conor McGregor and the corner man for Khabib just square each other up and just swing at each other. I mean, boom, just boom, hit each other. Well, the corner guy really didn't get that good of a shot. Conor had the better angle on him and saw him coming and kind of, let him off at the path. And then when he hit him, if you ever watch the tape, you understand what I'm saying. Now, there's another corner man that's just happened to be standing on the other side of Conor McGregor. Oh, he hit him with a nasty two-piece, y'all. I'm talking about bam, bam, just a nasty two-piece. Conor never seen this one coming. And at this point, you have to understand that this is way off the books. Ain't no files, ain't no nothing. Somebody need to be arrested for this because this is a black eye on the UFC. Dana White has done a good job of building this thing up from a blood sport into an actual sport and a sport that's actually respected around the country. And one, I'll take over boxing any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So I'm going to leave it at that. But you got to go to your YouTube and get some of that. But the next time the UFC come around, you better get you some of that because, ooh, boy, the action does not stop when you at the UFC. I'm telling you, if it's the undercard, the women fighting, Black Beast, couple Russians, it don't even matter. It's going down. The NBA is back October the 16th. Oh, the Kang on the floor. The Celtics look like they got a pretty good team. I hope Philly get healthy, man. My Sixers just play some bad ball. I know I'm from Orlando, and I call them the Tragic. We'll see what the Magic going to do, but I don't think nothing. D-Wade back for his last hoorah with the Heat. That ought to be fun to watch Gabby down on the front row having a good time, and we'll see. But you got to do something with that Golden State Warrior Cup, boy. Unless you got somebody to defend Kevin Durant, it's going to be tough. And that's all I got to say about that. One Sapp, Route99, coming at you. Oh, Sapp not fishing. Here we go with a recap of Week 5 in the National Football League. Thursday night, we kicked that thing off in Gillette Stadium with Andrew Luck going up against the GOATus, Tom Brady. And it wasn't pretty. I mean, come on, Coach. I done told y'all, man. Go out and get Le'Veon Bell because you rushed for 84 yards. Andrew Luck played a pretty good game, but, you got to be kidding me. The man has thrown the ball 121 times in the last 2 weeks. This week he went 38 for 59, 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's always going to do that because he just throws picks and then he's going to go run, make the tackle. Tom Brady counted him with 34, 44, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, unlike Tom Brady, but he looked a lot better. He had all his receivers and backs in place. Josh Gordon playing pretty good ball. That one Tom threw to him is just trust. And Tom normally don't do that except with one other receiver I've seen over the years, and that was Randy Moss when he used to throw that thing up to him. If he's building that kind of rapport with Josh, look out, AFC East. Look out, AFC as a total. Look out, NFL as a total. Because I'm telling you, if Josh got his head right, that boy can play some football. Into the buckball game of the week, the Tennessee Titans went up to the Ralph Wilson Stadium, Buffalo Bills, Marcus Mariota and company. Listen, let me tell y'all something. When I get in the lab and I watch my tape and I have to, I go through it. And the one thing I've learned in the National Football League over the years is they script plays. And when you script plays, you have to put yourself in a position to where you going up and down the field and you have confidence going up and down the field because we've worked on these plays all week long. I'm finna give y'all the first 15 plays that the Titans gave Marcus Mariota in this football game. The first play they got in shotgun, he went all outs. And I'm talking about everybody covered. 4 guys running the out about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. The quarterback standing in the pocket, pumping it like he burping the baby. I mean, just burping the baby. And you got your quarterback getting back there, you got to throw it away. All right, the second play, they come back and blitz him. He gets rid of it on a hot route, nothing happened. incomplete pass. Come back the next play, they in shotgun again. They run all out route. They run a nice out route up at the top. Mariota throws a good ball. They get a first down. They come back on the fourth play of the game. Mind you, you're on the road. There's two things that used to travel in the National Football League on the road. A run game, because I remember you have that big boy Henry from the University of Alabama in the backfield, but he wasn't playing. They had number 33 back there. I ain't looked him up, but I'm going to have to look him up because he wasn't doing too good back there, but he was doing all right. But when you got a big back like that, you got to put this big back. All right, the fourth play of the game, they run hitches. Marcus Mariota put it on him. They fumble this thing. Fumble it. On the road. No run game. Fumbling the ball. You down 7-0 after 4 plays on offense. Come back, the fifth play, start a new series. We got a wide receiver screen. All right, little play. Now we come back finally on the sixth play of the game. We get a run play going. Then we get a pass play going incomplete. Now you got to punt the thing again. Now you get it on the plus 25. And it's still 7-0, but you got it in the plus territory. You ready to get this thing going. You started off with a bubble screen. Now you go run. Now you go run. Now you go jet sweep with the running back coming across. Now you go belly weak. Come back with another one. Then, I mean, I'm looking at this script and I'm like, what the hell you were trying to get done in these first 15 plays? Running a bunch of out routes and hitches and screens and jet sweeps and bubble screens? Tennessee, get your ass on the road in the National Football League. Do a better job and you'll score more than 12 points. Buffalo Bills win the game 13-12. Bills are 2-3. Titans are 3-2. We were singing the praises of Vrabel, but boy, that first 15 on that script really did stink. And the rookie quarterback got him another win, Josh Allen, going 10 for 19 for 82 yards in an interception. Mariota almost matched him, 14 for 26 for 129 in a pick. Unbelievable. In the buck ball game of the week, can't score no damn points. Oh, speaking of points, my Atlanta Falcons are doing what the Atlanta Falcons do. They gave up another 40-burger. 41 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 41-17. The Atlanta Falcons have won exactly one football game this year, ladies and gentlemen. One. Matt Ryan, 26 for 38, 285 yards, a touchdown. Big Ben doing what Big Ben do. 19 for 29, 250, 3 touchdowns and a pick. But I'm going to tell y'all, the man of the game was the young fella from the University of Pittsburgh. James Conner ran the ball for 110 yards, had another 75 receiving for 185 total scrimmage yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's right, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon who? I'm telling you, Coach, go and call. It's time. It's time. You can make that move right now. And somebody had the nerve to ask me what's wrong with the Falcons. I got an answer for you. Everything. Your run game sucks. There's no protection for Matt Ryan. J.J. Watt, little brother, looked like the big brother last Sunday. And your defense, I hesitate to even say the D word when I'm referring to the Atlanta Falcons. That just don't make no sense. For the Super Bowl to be held in your house, you have Super Bowl aspirations, and you can't even get 2 wins, and you're giving up that kind of points week in and week out. Just a shame of you. Over to the Mullets. The Miami Dolphins. It was a fish fry on Sunday. The Miami Dolphins jumped out to a 17-0 lead over the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals walked them down like it was going out of style. A.J. Green had 6 catches for 112 yards. Andy Dalton, 20 for 30, 248, touchdown and a pick. Tannehill tried his best, 20 for 35, 185, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But 27 unanswered in an NFL football game is just unheard of. And I was watching that one, and I'm looking at it like, ooh, the Mother's just going to lay down after running out to a nice lead like this? And they promptly laid down. Marvin Lewis got them playing pretty well, but we'll see at the end of the year because you can get to the playoffs, but you got to get the red rifle to get you a win. In the I don't know what in the hell buck ball game of the week, the rivalry, whenever you have a divisional game, it's normally a close game. But the Browns and the Baltimore Ravens took it to a whole nother level. And I don't know what the hell is going on in that locker room, but something's going on with Alex Collins because after he fumbled that ball in the Pittsburgh game on Sunday Night Football when Baltimore was going to take like a 21-3 lead, and he fumbled that ball, and that really turned that game into a real close game too. 12 for 59 they rushed for, and Alex Collins had 34. Alex Collins is a better back than that. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. But you can't have Flacco throwing the ball 56 times. 29 for 56, 298 yards, and an interception. I mean, John Brown running up and down the field, flying, running fast, ain't nothing happening, but the rookie got another win. Baker Mayfield, it's Baker magic around here going on in Cleveland. 25 for 43, 342 yards, a touchdown and interception. But more importantly, they gave him a running game. They're understanding you're going to have to run the ball and get off. He still threw it a little too much for me, but they gave him 100 yards rushing, and the Ravens couldn't score. I mean, they just couldn't score. It was just one of those games where you got your divisional rival. You got to come up with some new plays. You got to come up with a bag of tricks. I mean, I know they brought Lamar out a little bit, but maybe you got to bring him out a little more. Baker gets his second win. Cleveland is the epitome of a 500 team. 2-2-1. Now, on to what the hell is wrong with the kicker, Crosby, in Green Bay. I mean, they've told me everything about the NFL, making a mistake about moving the extra point back and what have you. But I got this for you. These are professional kickers. This all you do is kick the ball. And you're going to go out on a Sunday afternoon, miss 4 field goals and an extra point and cost the Green Bay Packers a win? The Green Bay Packers are also the epitome of 500. 2-2-1. Aaron Rodgers, 32 for 52, 442 yards, 3 touchdowns. Where's the run game? You're talking about the damn kicker. Where's the run game to slow the damn game down to where, Matt Stafford didn't have that great of a game at 14 of 26, 183 for 2 touchdowns. But for some reason, the Lions come up with 31 points. And that ain't got shit to do with the kicker. But you missed 4 field goals. That's 12 points. That get you a win right there. Oh, my goodness. Got to get it fixed. Got to get it fixed. Got to get it fixed. The Lions are 2-3. They looking pretty good. Not. All right. For the game of the week, and it wasn't a game of the week very damn long because Blake Bortles was in it. And I've been telling people this for years. Blake Bortles is a product of George O'Leary. George O'Leary told him where to throw the ball. This is where you throw it. Do not discuss it. Do not have any ambition about looking anywhere else. Throw the damn ball where I tell you to throw it. And that's what made him a top 5 pick. Somebody believe it. When you give Blake Bortles a simple, easy read, he can deliver the ball. But if somebody's in his kitchen, you're going to see some of them ducks you saw on Sunday. On the road. 2 things in the National Football League, y'all, that used to go down every Sunday. And I played for the great Al Davis, and he said it best. In the first 5 to 10 plays of the football game, the opposite quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. That used to be a rule, and defense travel. I'm talking about the number 1 defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars went out and gave out 30 points. Showtime Mahomes, 22 for 38, 313 yards. The tight end had 5 catches for 100 yards. Are you kidding me? Blake Bortles threw the ball 61 times. Now, I know Fournette is hurt, but Yeldon can run the ball, and I know you got more than one back there. So, I mean, let's do something. You can't have Blake Bortles 33 for 61, 430 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. That'll get you beat every time on the road, 4 interceptions. Just turning the damn ball over, not running the ball. Your defense didn't travel. You got beat. 5-0 Kansas City, 3-2 Jacksonville. Speaking of no defense, damn Denver Broncos showed up to MetLife Stadium against the New York Jets and they rookie quarterback and promptly gave up 323 yards on the ground. Were they running option up there? Now, I know Von Miller and, Chubb and these guys aren't the biggest defense in the National Football League, but when you don't even presume to stop anybody. And another thing in the National Football League that used to go down, there's 3 things that you get done as a defense. Number 1 is stop the run. Because the easiest thing for anybody to do is turn around and hand the damn ball off to their running back. Stop the run, no big plays, and get off on 3rd down. Broncos, 323 yards they gave up rushing. Crowell had 15 carries for 219 and a touchdown. So some big plays was in there. and then get off on third down. The Jets and their rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold, 10 for 22, 198 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, was 6 for 13 on third down. That's an easy day at the office, Von Miller. Hence why you got whooped 34-16. And, we always watching Sunday night, the big game last week when it was Kansas City versus the Broncos, and the Broncos was home. And I heard the announcer say, "It's Case Keenum time." Oh, that hurt my heart, y'all. I'm sorry. Case Keenum time. I said, what in the hell is Case Keenum time? So I guess somebody in the Bronco organization must have heard this, and it must have rang true to them because they allowed this man to throw the ball 51 times. 35 for 51, 377 yards. That's about all he can do for you, and it's still a loss. So let's keep riding the Case Keenum time. Case Keenum time. Oh, my God. The stuff that folks will say to you. Speaking of a wild football game, the New York Football Giants went down to Carolina to see the Purple Unicorn, Cam Newton, and the Carolina Panthers. I was watching this thing early. Odell Beckham come out in the pregame and talk about his quarterback. And I want to, send a message out to all these kids. When they're asking you something in the media, the last thing out your mouth should be, you know. No, we don't, damn it, know it. That's why we're asking you. And he gets into a quote, and he's like, it's all right to run the little short routes and, try to break it to the house, Yeah, that's what I'm saying, That's what he was saying, No, I don't know. That's why we're asking you. Then you get out there and fumble the damn punt around, botch a punt, get down early, come back late, and then you got to dump it on your defense to stop Cam Newton and the boys from driving down the field. And Cam Newton didn't do a good job right at the end of that game. They didn't gain any extra yards right at the end, but Graham Gano in his 63-yard field goal as time expired was a dagger. I mean, because Eli had gone up top and Odell had 8 for 131, touchdown, 54-yard touchdown. He went up top one time. Barkley wasn't having a good game, but at the end of it, he caught the little swing pass and took that one to the house, and he had scored what looked like to be the winning score and almost tore his foot up trying to jump in the end zone. I mean, just holy smokes. Is it an uglier way to lose a football game than a 63-yard field goal? I don't know, but you can ask the New York Giants because now they're talking about trading their left tackle. No, right tackle now. He's moved from the left to the right. Flowers. Like, that's going to help. But the one thing I'd tell you is make sure your receiver and quarterback are on the same page, and then find a way to get your running back running the ball. It'll help you out. And find a defense. 33 points is not going to win, though. Giving up 33 points won't win many football games in the National Football League. And speaking of not winning many football games, the Raiders are 1-4. They went down to see the Los Angeles Chargers. Phillip Rivers had one of those days, 22 for 27, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns. Something's wrong in Oakland. I mean, I'm looking at Carr and Jordy Nelson. They're on the same page. Martellus is catching a couple passes, but where the hell's the run game? Beast Mode cannot only get 9 carries for 31 yards in an NFL football game. That's the whole point of having him. Don't disappoint the San. Oh, no. Disappoint the San Diego Chargers. No, that defense is biting. Yeah, I was in the film. They biting pretty good. Melvin Ingram and people in company over there. He's reading the quarterback eyes. That was bad, real bad throw by Carr on the goal line. He can't do that. Turning the ball over in the red zone when you're about to get points. That's not going to get it done at no way, shape, or form. Someone asked me a question. How good could the Chargers be? Their defense is giving up 26 points per game, and Phillip Rivers is as fire as it gets. So if they gave up what they scored Sunday, it would have been a tie game going into overtime. So get that defense a little tighter, and they should be okay. But Charger fans have never looked for a ring. That's why they say if you want a girlfriend, find a Charger fan. She won't be looking for a ring. Route99, Warren Sapp, giving you what you like. Warren Sapp on the mic, continuing with Week 5 in the National Football League. The Minnesota Vikings travel in a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. I was there last year, at Veteran. No, it ain't Vet. Now it's the Link. Yeah, the Link, the Vet. Hey, down in Philly, South Broad, you know what time it is. It's always a good time. They have one of the best tailgates you ever want to go to in your life. And my captain, Pat and Company down there, they do it real well. But they didn't do it real well Sunday with the Minnesota Vikings visiting. The big fella, Joseph, after the quarterback been getting hit, a 64-yard return for a touchdown. That's always something whenever you go score 6 on the defensive side of the ball. Minnesota Vikings jumped out to an early lead. Kirk Cousins, 30 for 37, 301 yards, 1 touchdown. Carson Wentz, 24 for 35, 311, 2 touchdowns. But that was not the game. The game was the Vikings came out early and took it. I mean, they jumped out on them early and they held on. That's a big win for the Vikings on the road in a place that, last year they got destroyed in the championship game. Little confidence builder for them, but the Eagles got to right the ship because the Eagles have learning what it's like to be the hunted. That's exactly what happens. After you're the world champion, everybody gives you the best game. You got 16 Super Bowls to play the next season, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles are feeling that effect right now. And Jay Ajayi tearing his ACL is not good news for him, so that's going to hurt him. But, hey, that's why the NFL is the NFL, not for long. And it looked like not for long the Eagles will be the champions. But we wish Jay Ajayi a speedy return, and the Philadelphia Eagles at 2-3 to continue to fight in the NFC East. Speaking of fighting, the Cardinals got their first win, and Josh Rosen got his first NFL start. How about that? All in one big swap on a Sunday afternoon, courtesy of C.J. Beathard with his 2 interceptions that really just put that game upside down and just made it raggedy for the San Francisco 49ers from the jump. DJ had 2 touchdowns, only 51 yards rushing, but the thing that the young quarterback Rosen is doing is not turning the football over like CJ did. When you turn the football over in the National Football League, it gives momentum to the other team and it gives them the short field. Rosen was only 10 for 25, 170 yards with a touchdown, but he got the win, and that's the most important. Both teams are 1-4 out there in the NFC West. Oh, speaking of the NFC West, we had a nice little NFC West showdown. The Los Angeles Rams at 4-0 walked into Quest Field. Now, it ain't the same. Well, it's the same Quest Field with the same nice rowdy place, but that's not the same defense that's up there. And the defense that, I tell y'all, the defense don't travel no more in the National Football League. We was talking about the Rams because the Rams being the most complete team with that offense and a defense with Ndamukong Suh and the defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald, Brackers, and some of the other guys they have on that defensive front, they can really get after the quarterback and have some linebackers and some cover guys, which their corners are down and hurt right now. But you're not supposed to go up to Seattle and give up 31 points on the road. And Russell Wilson only goes 13 for 21 for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, 198 yards? Are you kidding me? But the one thing they did, on third down, Seattle was 7 for 12. The Rams have to fix their third down defense. I love Aaron Donald, his ability to rush the passer, get all the things done. But they're going to need to tighten up their third down defense because the offense that they possess with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Robert Woods, and all them little fast receivers and Curly Cup and the other little guy and the other little guy, I mean, the big tight ends, I mean, they get it done. Goff 23 for 32, 321 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. You got to get rid of the interceptions, big fella, especially on the road. That's how the NFL will get you. On the road, you turn the ball over. And to the what in the hell is going on, why does everybody want to fire Jason Garrett? Now, I'm watching this because, admittedly so, I used to be a Cowboy fan. I say this all the time. I used to be a Cowboy fan, so I was knee-high to a jackrabbit. But, all toes on the line would not be nothing that I tolerate in my life, period. That just ain't going down, and you say some shit like that, you no longer have a fan in me, period. That's just the way it's going down. It was the Battle of Texas. The Houston Texans had the Dallas Cowboys down there in the NRG Stadium, down there in Houston. And Dak came in the game and was 18 for 29 for 208, touchdown, 2 picks. Deshaun Watson, 33, 44, 375, a touchdown and 1 pick. Zeke Elliott had 54 yards rushing, but that boy Hopkins, ooh, listen, I want to tell y'all something. When I was watching that boy Hopkins run down that field, carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. I thought about Walter Payton. I'm like, no, he's moving too fast to be Walter Payton. Then he had two hands on it at the same time. Then he went to spinning at the same time. Then he went to spinning again and still getting yards. I said, ooh, woo. Well, we might have the making of the best receiver in the game coming up here, y'all, because that boy got hands like no other. He sticks them, and then his ability to turn this thing up and to just look like a running back gone wild in the backfield is really, really nice. Really, really nice. But I'm going to go to the real sequence of this football game, because they talking about Jason Garrett needs to be reprimanded, or, Jerry just getting old. He don't know what the hell he's looking at, because if you go back and look at the tape, because that's why I always tell anybody that is it a decision of power in the National Football League, or a decision to, come down on someone, or, fire, demote, whatever you want to call it, get rid of them, or whatever you want to do with them. Go home, take the emotions out, and then go watch the tape. Because when you're making an emotional decision, it's usually something that isn't correct, and it's just based off emotion. Because it was 4th and 2, y'all. If not 4th and 2 and a little more than 2. Because if you watch the tape, when they throw the out route to Cole Beasley, they catch it, and the referee marks it. He's 2 yards short. But this being Dallas, and the score announcer wants him to go 3rd and 1. He ain't going to put 3rd and 1.5 or 3rd and 2 what it really was. Because if you see the ref mark it like I'm watching them, why mark it is 3rd and 2. And then they run a real basic ISO play with Zeke off and bring Cole Beasley in the backfield, really creating an 8-9 man front. 41 for the Texans shoots the A-gap, and Zach Martin, the right guard, does not see it and reacts late, hit Zeke in the backfield for a minus gain. So instead of 4th and 1, it was 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 2 and plus. That was not a decision that you make when your best guard in Zach Martin can't make a basic read of a blitzing linebacker through the A-gap and get a hat on him, and then let Zeke run him over for the other half a yard and get the 1.5, 2 yards that they needed. Don't put my job on the line because they have a new center, they have a new left guard, and my right guard, who's the best, misses the block. And 10 of the 20 carries that Zeke had, he was either 1 yard or minus. Jason Garrett shouldn't be on the hot seat for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and watch the tape, take the emotions out, and learn what the hell you're looking at before you go out and go to Yale. The man should have went for it on 4th and 1. That wasn't a 4th and 1. That was a 4th and almost 3. To the Monday night where Drew Brees did what? No, that was Sunday night. No, Monday night. Monday night, y'all. My bad. Drew Brees did what Drew Brees does. I was sitting here and they was telling me Drew Brees need X amount of yards. I'm like, he'll get that at halftime. So I'm like, nah, man, that's the number 1 defense. It don't travel no more. Defense don't travel no more in the National Football League. You tell me you got the number 1, number 2 defense, your ass better be at home on a short week on the road or some shit. Because going on a Monday night, Sunday night game, defense does not travel. Drew Brees, 26 for 29. The man had as many incompletions as he had touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 363 yards. A lot of threes in that thing. And last night he became the all-time leading passing yardage. I mean, it just, what won't he have by the time he's getting done? I mean, the Saints went up and down the field at will. Josh Norman out there. It's cover 3, and he don't even want to cover his third of the field when Drew breaks the record. I mean, if defense don't travel and offense going to put up 30, we're going to get 40 burgers every week in the National Football League right there like that on Monday Night Football whenever it's time to go. Oh, my goodness. Saints 4-1. The Washington Redskins 2-2. We continue right here with Big 99, giving you what you like, podcasting, Dash Radio. Yeah, and just to finish off a little side note from that Monday night game when defense don't travel, Josh Norman got into a little Twitter spat with Michael Thompson. And Michael Thompson, I'm just going to tell you like this, fella, from a straight talker, you won. Whenever you got a man delete this tweet, you won. And other news in there, Adrian Peterson dislocates his shoulder, but we know he's not missing any time. That's his quote. He's not missing any time. I don't find that to be nothing surprising at all. 4 rookie quarterbacks won on Sunday. It's always good to be a rookie. They used to talk about how bad the rookie was going to be, but The game has really opened up and put us in a different situation, and really made for the young players to go out and do well. And they opened up the game. It's Audubon in the middle of the field. George Telfair, the first African-American picked in the National Football League draft in 1949, a three-time All-American at Indiana, drafted by the Chicago Bears, dies. And Alex Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, died at 95. A little bit of bad news. We send well wishes and condolences to both of those families because the NFL has always been a family. It always will be. Route 99 Warren Sapp on the mic, giving you what you like in Dash Radio. Now, I have a special guest here, one of my quarterbacks. My guy. We drafted him in Tampa, brought him up, groomed him right, but I left too early and we didn't see it all the way through. My man got hurt. He's back. But your favorite is my favorite. Number 2 on your program, number 1 in your heart. Chris Sims. Chris Sims, how's it going, baby?
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that intro. That was very nice of you. I do wish we would have had more years together.
You know, 3 things on my team you never bother. My coach, my kicker, my quarterback. You was my quarterback, baby. We don't play them games over here in Route 99. Put your seatbelt on. We finna go hard. Week 6 in the National Football League. Tell me what's your biggest surprises. Tell me what you're looking at. Tell me what you're looking forward to.
Well, I mean, of course, hey, this Sunday night football game between Mahomes and Brady, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know that's an obvious answer, but I mean, come on. What we've seen through Patrick Mahomes through the first 5 weeks of the season has been pretty special. I mean, the guy's got talent that really only comes around every so often at the quarterback position. And of course, I want to see what Bill Belichick does to try to defend him, to slow down that offense. Does Belichick decide that he wants to get in a shootout with the Kansas City Chiefs and play that type of game? Or does he want to go ground and pound and run the ball with Sony Michel and try to keep the Chiefs offense off the field that way? That's one thing I'm certainly interested in for this week. And then, I mean, I don't know, this NFC East dumpster fire of a division we got right now, maybe that one too.
That's what I'm talking about, a dumpster fire, right?
I mean, it's unbelievable. The fact that the Giants are 1-4 and only 1 game out of first place is pretty amazing for a division that I thought like had talent and was a pretty good, overall division in the NFC East.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm looking at that, and then Odell Beckham with his comments about his quarterback before the game. I didn't know Odell Beckham was a speed merchant like that. Did I miss something, Chris?
Well, can you? I mean, I really like Odell Beckham Jr.
No, I like Odell Beckham Jr. too. I like all the spectacular catches. But when you're talking about you want to get on top of people, that's that Randy Moss, John Brown, Richard Wood type, burner speed. That boy over there in Kansas City, number 10.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, number 10 is special, and so is Randy Moss. But yeah, I do think Odell Beckham Jr. is a burner. I think he does have, a legitimate case. It's something that I've complained about really the last 2 or 3 years.
But you need an offensive line to go deep. And when you draft the left tackle in a top 10 position, and now he's your right tackle, he was never a top 10 left tackle.
No, and now he's not even on the team as of today. So, like, it shows you. Yes,
breaking news.
Right. They've botched some of that crap. I don't think there's any way to deny that. And yeah, I'm not sitting here trying to, like, blame Eli Manning. Do I think there's times where Eli Manning should stand in the pocket and make some throws and take a hit for $25 million a year?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to see more of that. But you're right. The pass protection, that's been part of the problem.
Yeah.
The other problem I would go to, and I know you and I have had this conversation before, like, this is a new offense, but the old offense they were running was that just basic West Coast bull crap. It was the 1997 Brett Favre West Coast that you played against, and it hadn't changed,
under center West Coast offense, right?
Right, exactly right. And then they had Odell Beckham Jr. out there under the Ben McAdoo era just lining up in one spot, and he either ran a slant route, a hitch route, or an occasional go route, and that was it. So I understand his frustrations there, but yeah, I'm just disappointed he went down this road again because he had a good offseason to repair his image or perception up here in New York, and now everybody's back on him again.
Yeah, it don't take long for him to get on you in New York. And
right.
What about the 4 rookie quarterbacks winning this week? How about that?
Yeah, I know, and I'm in the middle of watching them right now. First guy is like Baker Mayfield. He's the truth, man. I mean, you know it. I mean, you could see it.
The only thing I'm gonna have a problem with is him late in the year in Cleveland when it's nasty and snowing.
Yeah.
Because when he throws it sidearm, that's about 5'8". You know what I'm saying?
I know. You're right. And that'll be something to watch out for. And it was really, I mean, I think you make a good point. It was really one of the reasons I was like, when Cleveland drafted him, I was like, wow, you're going to take the smaller quarterback with
Yeah.
not real big hands in that
In the
environment.
dead of winter, in a
Right.
snowstorm in Cleveland, trying to find a throwing lane.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. I know. That's the thing that worries me. But for now,
He's got it though. I tell you what, boy, I like the
yes.
way he comes to work, and he every time his receiver asks him how's he feeling, I'm feeling dangerous. I like my quarterback to feel a lot of things, but dangerous ain't one of them, Chris.
Well, I mean, he's dangerous. He's dangerous for the defense. That's
And
where
you know what?
hopefully he's saying that.
When you explain it to me, it makes sense. But when you first say it to me, it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to throw into like quadruple coverage and like do
I'm
something
feeling
like that.
dangerous. The last thing I want my quarterback even think about is danger, dog. I mean, that is just, you know what? I want to know how you feel about the Jason Garrett. I wake up this morning, Chris.
Yeah.
And I'm dumbfounded. Yeah, Jason Garrett should have. Don't Jerry Jones know, as long as he's on the Cowboys since 1989, that it's time to take the emotions out of the game and go back and watch it?
No, he does not know that. I mean,
No?
that's why. Yeah, I mean, not. I mean, Jerry apparently not.
I've never seen him criticize a coach in that fashion before.
Yeah, you're right. I will say that. I don't think I've ever seen him
Yeah,
criticize a
because he
coach that
normally
way.
goes home and somebody tells him, Dad, let's watch the tape. Because all football people know when you're in positions of power, you can't make emotional decisions. And that's when we take the emotions out, go watch the tape, because it's never as bad as you think and it's never as good as you think, right?
Right. I 100% agree.
Okay, you went back and watched the tape like I did. That ain't 3rd and 1.
No, it's like 3rd and 1.5,
And
third
then he
or
loses
4th and
another
1
more than a yard.
almost 2.
So it's like 4th and 2, maybe 2.5, right?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. I'm listening to these clowns this morning. I'm like, they don't watch the tape.
No, usually they don't. And that's
No. I know it was. I went, you didn't watch the tape. Because I pulled
Sure.
the tape out and I went, because I was watching that game and I never remember it being that close to where it was like, because Zach Martin don't make the block and 41 just runs right through the A-gap. I mean, tell me why the hell did they motion Cole Beasley in the backfield and create an 8-9 man front to where 41 could actually take that chance and run through the A-gap?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we can question a lot of things to the Dallas offense.
The play call is bad. The play call
right.
is bad.
That's the issue.
They don't
too.
have a receiver.
They don't have a receiver to back you off. The scheme itself is very boring, so that's not going to scare anybody in the secondary.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what makes it work. I guess
you know
the
what?
only thing he's complaining.
Let's just say Jason Garrett is a victim of the success of those big Cowboy teams that he played on, because Ernie Zampese and Norv Turner wasn't building no rockets with 6 plays and flipping it and going and running with Emmett and, dumping it to Michael and Novacek and then, going over the top to Alvin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a different era. You can't play that.
And speaking of no receivers, Andrew Luck 121 passes in 2 weeks. What the hell is going on in Indianapolis?
Well, I mean, what the hell else are they going to do? Because they got nothing else on that offense except for him. I mean, their offensive line, yes, they're making improvements to it, but I mean, it's a total different scheme change on their offense. They're running, the Philadelphia scheme under Frank Reich now, so I think they're getting used to things like that. Also, you could also use the same argument we just said with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, other than T.Y. Hilton, what's there to be scared of on the Indianapolis Colts?
At least they got T.Y. Hilton, but there's nothing
right.
in the backfield to even speak of.
No, nothing in the backfield to speak of. And, T.Y. Hilton, of course, he wasn't even out there on Thursday night against the Colts, too. No. So they just get stuck. They get stuck. It still seems like the same old, Indianapolis Colts where we're just going to put Andrew Luck back there and hope he saves the day. And most of the times he can at least make it a really competitive game.
Oh, no, he's going to keep you in it fighting. Even when he throws the pick, he's going to go make the tackle. So, I mean, it's
unbelievable.
Special. And speaking of something special, what in the hell is going on in Atlanta?
Atlanta, okay, so hear me out. This is one thing that...
you got the flow, baby. It's all you.
Well, this is one where I will say, I mean, first of all, Atlanta, their defense, right? I mean, it's been pitiful. We know that.
No. You're not allowed to use the D word whenever talking about Atlanta Falcons. There's no D nowhere in Atlanta or Falcon. So you're not allowed to say D.
It's just Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. That's what it seems like.
Holy smoke. All right, no, Chris. When you saw the Pittsburgh Steelers getting ready to face Matt Ryan in the Atlanta Falcons offense. You expected a wide open show, a 45-50 game, 45-48, right?
Right, 42-38.
Give
I
me
think that's the
something. I
score I
mean,
went with.
let's go up and down the field, right?
Right. Yes, no doubt about it. I mean,
What is
that's what I
wrong
did
with
expect.
Atlanta's offense? The Pittsburgh is not that kind of defense. Had Lil Watt looking like Big Watt.
Yeah, I think it was the first game where I saw the Pittsburgh D line kind of assert themselves and dominate
What?
certain.
Had Lil Watt looking like Big James, Justin James Watt.
And even the big guys in the middle, I thought were a lot more
Oh no,
disruptive.
Tuitt was playing well. All of
Yeah,
them played well.
Hayward
They
was
were
good. I
coming
know.
downhill. They were hitting people. 48 was rushing off the edge too. Artie Burns looked like Dion out there. I mean, at one point I watched it. Everybody was covered on that last sack called fumble on Ryan. Watch that
Right.
one.
Yeah,
Julio's
well,
running down the field like he's running away from the stadium. The other guys on the bottom look like he's running away. The only guy that has a chance is the tight end with the out route. I'm like, that's the route y'all come on with?
yeah, their offense does not blow me away. It's good more because of the Jimmies and the Joes, not the
Oh
X's
no,
and
no,
the
no!
O's.
They definitely live off the Jimmys and Joe because they X's and O's stink.
But Sapp, hear about this about the defense because I am interested to hear this. Like I know, you're of course you're a Tampa 2 love child, right? And
Hey man, I like any good defense. Don't give a damn if it's a 5'2", 46. Give a damn what you play, as long as you play it.
well, and remember there. Okay, so Tampa 2, it became really popular. All of a sudden, some of the coaches from Tampa started to go through the league and become defensive
Yeah.
coordinators, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's everywhere. And okay, now, damn, Tampa 2 was this special thing that only Tampa ran, but now there's like 8 defenses in football that run Tampa 2. And because you're a good defense, and now there's other defenses that are doing it, teams are practicing or trying to come up with new ways of inventory of their offense to attack Tampa 2. I kind of feel that way about the Seattle scheme, and that's like the Atlanta. I mean, hey, they've had some tough injuries
Oh,
with
that
Keanu O'Neal and all that.
that
But
4-4 they playing.
yeah, and think about that. What they do, that
Yeah,
cover
they
3
trying
press
to
bail
implement a system that doesn't have the personnel.
doesn't have the personnel. Plus, if you go through the NFL right now and go through the number of teams that are truly running that scheme, I mean, okay, you
Nobody.
go.
They're by themselves.
Well, no, I'm going to say there's a ton because the Atlanta Falcons are running it. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks are running it.
A
The San
version of
Francisco
it.
49ers are
That
running it.
Seattle defense don't scare me at all no more. I mean,
No, I mean the Jacksonville Jaguars are running it. The
yeah,
Chargers are running it.
okay.
So my point
The
there
Chargers
is,
give up 26 a game.
yep,
Jacksonville just gave up 30. Like they
right.
don't travel. Seattle give up 33. I don't know what kind of Tampa 2 that is because Tampa 2 was built on 17 points or less, Chris.
Right, and that's exactly my point because now, okay, so everybody's been running this Seattle scheme. I just feel like, hey, there's so many defensive coaches around football that are also running the same scheme where teams are seeing it on a week-to-week basis.
And they're
There's a
exposing it.
dialogue of plays
And
that
they
you know
dialing
to
it up.
run to beat it.
They're
Right,
dialing it
exactly.
up.
And
They're
I just think
dialing it up.
it's over.
It's a
It's
copycat
dead.
league. Hey, you know this
Yeah,
like I do. It's a copycat league. And if you
it
find
is.
something wrong with my defense, you better run it against it because they found something with Atlanta because Atlanta's giving up a ton of points. I mean, what you got to say about Drew Brees, man?
Drew Brees, I mean, come on, he's an all-time great. I mean, what he does is it's unbelievable.
No,
People get,
I got one for you. Okay,
yeah.
I got one. Let's not go the easy route with Drew Brees. What the hell was Josh Norman doing last night? That's a basic cover 3.
I mean, what is he doing? I don't know. I mean, Josh Norman again, busting coverages. Okay, not
That ain't
really a
busting
true
coverage. That's
man-to-man
point shaving,
cover.
Chris. That ain't busting coverage. That's point shaving.
Well, I mean, it ain't pretty. I know that,
Ooh.
and I know that they overpaid him from get-go. I mean, this
Yeah,
is a guy that was never a man-to-man island type corner, even in Carolina,
nope.
and they paid him like he was that. And I just don't think you pay zone corners like they're Deion Sanders or Jalen Ramsey or something like that.
Jalen Ramsey ain't even the best corner on his team. Bowles is.
Yeah, Boye is
Boye is the one.
he's in that discussion. He's
Yeah,
the man, no
no.
doubt.
He is the best cornerback on the Jacksonville Jaguar team. But I was sitting there watching the Monday night game, and they say Josh Gordon ain't the best cornerback
Right?
on the Washington Redskins. I was a little shocked at that because normally you don't hear that kind of commentary. Normally they leave that up to whoever else is in a studio with a ring or a championship or behind the desk talking. But other than that,
When I
really don't
hear
see
that, I think that that's what the team is telling the broadcast people that as well. So
Yeah.
that to me, when they're saying it, like you said, it's kind of surprising to ever hear that.
Yeah.
Usually, you hear that from the studio guy who's
Yeah.
called somebody
It's
close
got
to
to
the
be coming off on the
organization.
tape. Got to be coming off
Yes.
on the tape. All right.
Yeah.
I know it's only week 5, week 6 in the National Football League, but what coach is on the hot seat? Give me the inside.
Gosh, I mean, I don't know if I can sit here and look at anybody just to go, they're on the total hot seat. I think the
All
guys that
right.
I
What's
look,
getting warm then? Because it's almost
yeah,
Thanksgiving is when it get hot, but it's warm
hey,
right now.
yeah, I mean, I would look at like the Dallas Cowboys, and if Jason Garrett continues down this road and we get towards Thanksgiving and they're like, they're
They
three
gave the
and
man no
six.
toys to drive out of the garage with except Ezekiel Elliott, and this O-line is now diminished. It's not the best because the center is new and the left guard.
It is not the best supporting cast. I agree, but I can't
Can you
deny that,
name a receiver? I was
that's
watching the
gonna
dude talk about 5'8", 5'4". I'm like, wait a minute, do they got a 6-something receiver in Dallas land? I don't think so.
the other one. I mean, what about our man in Kansas City? I mean, not in Kansas City, in Denver. If that continues to go down the wrong road, that would be another guy I would look at to go, that could be
Hey,
trouble 4 or 5
I have a
weeks.
problem with who's his offensive coordinator that lets Case Keenum come out and throw the ball 51 times.
Yeah, that's Bill Musgrave. I know they've been a
Oh,
little pass
Oh,
happy.
no. See, Bill Musgrave, he's like bulletproof. I'll find another job. I'll just keep doing it. Bill ought to be shot because I guess he heard the Monday Night Football them say it's Case Keenum time when that last drive with Denver. Because, boy, that don't make no sense for them to go up there and give up 323 yards rushing.
No, it makes no sense at all, and I'm shocked by that by the Denver defense, especially with as well
Shock,
as they played
right?
against. Yeah, I just never thought that they
You
would
got
get
to
run
turn off
over.
the run game and dump it on the rookie quarterback the way he's not got to go face Von Miller. The guy only dropped back 22 times.
They let up way too many big plays, and then let off the rookie quarterback too by not having him read defenses and be able to throw one-on-one shots down the field.
Yeah. Hey, man, what you got for Tannehill and the Dolphins? Tannehill and the Dolphins looked good for a whole half. They was up 17-0, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, I mean Tannehill and the Dolphins. That's another team. I'd just say offensively they got to do more. They really don't. When I watch them on like the offensive side of the
They
ball,
don't have anything to do anything with. They got rid of Ajayi. They got rid of Landry. There's nobody here.
well, it's okay. They still got enough. They still got Kenny Stills and Albert Wilson and Jakeem Grant. I don't look at them as like there's worse. There's worse.
There's always worse. There's always
they,
some roadkill
they
out
got
there,
some
but
explosive
you named some
players.
good people. You named some good people. You did.
It's
But I
just
think
they're
it's
too.
come off their run game. Without a run game, that's Miami's thing. They didn't have a run game and kind of, throw everything to the wind and just let Tannehill toss it around.
Yeah, toss it around, and then their offensive line and pass pro got their ass whooped. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Geno Atkins was living in the backfield
Oof.
all day long, and yeah, Tannehill, of course, had the 2 interceptions that were, not technically his fault, but you'd like him to have better feel in the pocket. But yeah, they were game-changing plays. Miami's defense played good enough for them to win that football game. I know that. It was the offense that let the team down.
Well, we'll take that like that from the great Chris Sims. And thank you for joining us on Route 99, sir. You can
Oh,
take your seatbelt off.
I like Route 99, man. I'm down to come on anytime.
There it is. I see you, baby.
See ya.
Route 99, I can't forget the kids. It's college football week 6, but we have to give you a recap. It was 3 losses in the top 10. Alabama beat Arkansas. Tua, the quarterback for Alabama. Are you kidding me? I mean, does the young man do any wrong? We're going to find out later on in the year. They're going to play some good teams, but oh, my God. 65-31 Alabama. They scored too many points. Georgia beats Vanderbilt. Ohio State got Indiana 49-26. Georgia won't beat Vanderbilt 41-13. Clemson beat Wake Forest 63-3. LSU lost to Florida, went down in the swamp, and the Raging Cajun and the Bayou Bengal could not stand the heat down there in the swamp. They're done. Notre Dame beats Virginia Tech 45-23, paving the way for Notre Dame to look like they're going to go 12-0, and we're going to figure out what they're going to do with the BCS when Notre Dame go 12-0. Oklahoma lost to number 19 Texas. And Texas, I'm going to tell you like this, 48-45. Texas, I gave you no respect. I gave you no chances. I talked to a good friend of mine that covers Texas football. I'm sorry, Texas. Y'all look like y'all ready. Oklahoma, go back to the drawing board. Red River rivalry. Texas got it done. Auburn lost to Mississippi State. Mississippi State beat the War Eagles of Auburn 23-9. You know what, y'all? Y'all know why I don't. Y'all know I'm reading this for the first time because y'all looking at me like you listening to me like. And if you saw my face, you know, because I was at the Kane game, baby. I was at the Kane game, tailgate from the jump. Man, we met up at the Hooters at 9:30 in the morning. Make sure everybody round up. We had us a whole hog. We had stone crabs. We had bluefin tuna. We had lobster tails. We had all the fine beverages you can get. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. We had the Bel Air, we had the Rosé, we had the other Rosé, we had the new Rosé, we had the clear gold, we had the white gold. I mean, we were just having a good time because this was Kane's Florida State. All right, back to number 9, West Virginia beat Kansas 38-22, and Washington beat UCLA. 0-5 UCLA. That's right, Troy Aikman. Your Bruins are 0 for 5. But my Canes are nice and rolling. We found us a quarterback, and we got that thing going. So here we go to Week 7 matchups. Alabama has a 3-2 Missouri. Ooh, that's my baby school. Sadie's not going to be happy about that. They're going to take a beating. Georgia has LSU. That'll be a good game. Ogeron coming back. They're at home. Ohio State and Minnesota. Clemson's got a bye. Notre Dame's at Pitt. West Virginia has the Cyclones of Iowa State. Washington's at number 17, Oregon. Penn State's at Michigan State. That ought to be a good game. Texas at Baylor. That ought to be a slaughter, but are they going to have the hangover blues? And UCF. Holy smokes. UCF is the number 10 team in the country. Go Knights. 4-0. No, 407. See, that's the area code where UCF is because that's where I was born, is Orlando, Florida. So got to give a shout out to the home team. One time for the Knights and UCF. Week 7 with an NFC East classic. The world champions travel to MetLife Stadium to face the 1-4 New York Giants. Philly is a 3-point road favorite. The Buccaneers back from a bye week, and yes, sir, buddy, Jameis Winston is back underneath the helm, and Fitzmagic is on the bench where it belongs, and the Atlanta Falcons is right where we want them in the crosshair. We travel up to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta's a 3.5-point home favorite. Carolina Panthers 3-1 travel to the 2-2 Redskins. Redskins are a 1-point favorite at home. Seattle travel to the Oakland Raiders. Seattle's a 3-point road favorite. The Colts travel to the New York Football Jets. And Sam Darnold, 2-3. The Jets are a 2.5-point home favorite. Arizona Cardinals travel to Minnesota Vikings, 2-1. Minnesota's a 10.5-point favorite. That's right. That's a rookie quarterback on the road. That's going to be tough in a loud place. Pittsburgh Steelers travel to the Bengals in a NFC North Classic. Cincinnati's a 2.5-point home favorite. LA Chargers and they travel to Cleveland Browns, 2-1. The Los Angeles Chargers are a 1-point road favorite. Bills 2-3 travel to the 2-3 Texans. Houston's a 1-point home favorite. The Chicago Bears at 3-1 travel to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins 3-2. Chicago's a 3-point road favorite. And the 5-0 LA Rams go to see the Denver Broncos. If they gave up 300 yards to the Jets, and Todd Gurley going to be licking his chops, and then when they come up to stop the run, Goff and the boys should go over the top, but it's the thin air of Mile High Stadium. Los Angeles Rams, 7-point favorite. The Ravens on the road to the Tennessee Titans. Both teams are 3-2. Baltimore's a 3-point road favorite. Jacksonville Jaguars and that defense that don't travel to the Dallas Cowboys, where the Cowboys are 2-3. Jacksonville's a 3-point road favorite. Kansas City Chiefs, 5-0. Game of the week. Go and see the GOAT. 3-2 Patriots. Sunday Night Football. New England's a 3.5-point favorite. That ought to be a good game. We're going to see what the new Bill Belichick has for the Showtime Mahomes. And on Monday night, what in the hell they was thinking about when they booked this one, but I know Jimmy Garoppolo's no longer there. The 1-4 Packers versus the 500 personified Packers at 2-1. Green Bay's a 9.5-point favorite. That's the Week 6. Look forward in the National Football League. Thursday Night Football. It kicks it off. Dash Radio 99, giving you what you like.